The IMF's Director of Fiscal Affairs got right down to business at Wednesday's presser.
Deficits are high and global public debt is very high, rising and risky. Global public debt is projected to go above $100 trillion this year.
100 trillion is no number to scoff at. By the end of the decade, the IMF forecasts global public debt will reach 100% of world GDP. Leading the way will be the United States, which is projected to reach a debt-to-GDP ratio nearing 140% by 2030. Following close behind will be China. Its debt curve is steepening and well on its way to match the U.S. If we look at the world average, we can see how heavily the U.S. and other large economies skew the number. A better indicator of the more general global situation in this case is the median. Here we can find some relief and notice that there are many who have already begun to rein in their debts. Nevertheless, Vitor Gaspar underlined that it's time for governments to get their acts together.
Kicking the can down the road won't do. Time to act is now.
Well, that's easy to say, but harder to do. Governments are caught between needing to spend more to ensure security and growth, and also facing resistance towards higher taxation, while public debt levels become less sustainable. And whether fortunately or unfortunately, a lot of responsibility must be placed on the U.S. and China. If their debts are deemed unsustainable, we'll see sell-offs and a spillover, which will raise borrowing costs all across the board. So, what needs to be done? The IMF's fiscal monitor doesn't only form a diagnosis, it also presents some reasonable solutions.
So, as we've said, more generally, the design of fiscal adjustment is what really matters. And there's a right way to do it, and there's many wrong ways.
The plan foresees cumulative, people-focused adjustments of 3 to 4.5% of GDP over the medium term. Now, people-focused meaning highly targeted adjustments, which have the least impact on growth and on inequality. No matter how we look at it, times of austerity are upon us. The form this austerity will take, however, will ultimately be decided in the corridors of power in each respective state.